Today I will ask ChatGPT to roast the most popular YouTubers, and then I will review the roasts and give them a rating from 1 to 10. Let's first start with, of course, the goat of YouTube, MrBeast. Roast MrBeast. Let's see what he has. MrBeast, you done the impossible. Made giving away millions of dollars seem like a boring daily chore. Your videos are like the modern version of a game show, except with more screaming and fewer commercial breaks. You got more views than a Super Bowl, yet somehow managed to stay more awkward in front of a camera than a first-time vlogger. Congratulations on becoming the king of clickbait with titles that sound like they were generated by an over-caffeinated teenager. It's impressive how you built an empire by basically turning philanthropy into extreme sport. Keep up the good work. At this rate, you'll probably be the first person to give away $1 billion and somehow still look like you just rolled out of bed. This is a decent roast, but the thing it's missing is a little bit more edginess to it, so I'm gonna ask it to make it more offensive. So let's see what he outputs. MrBeast, you somehow managed to turn giving away money into a cringeworthy spectacle. Your videos are like a game show on steroids, minus the charm. You got the charisma of a soggy piece of toast and the originality of a knockoff brand. It's amazing how you made philanthropy seem so self-serving, plaster your face all over the internet as if the world needs another narcissistic millionaire. Your titles are more desperate for attention than a teenager's Instagram feed, and the over-the-top stunts make us wonder if you're compensating for something. Damn, keep up the pondering. At this rate, you'll be remembered as the guy who turned charity into a circus. This is much better, bro, especially the compensation line, but I think we can make it even more offensive, so I'm just gonna say the same thing and let's see what it outputs. MrBeast, you've turned giving away money into an obnoxious circus act. Your videos are like a cringeworthy mix of desperation and ego, all wrapped up in a package as exciting as watching paint dry. Ironic. Your overblown stunts and aggrandizing, what the fuck is this word, bro? This word doesn't exist. Antics are as subtle as a brick to the face, and your attempts at philanthropy reek of self-promotion more than genuine goodwill. It's almost impressive how you managed to take something as noble as charity and make it all about yourself. Turn your audience into a horde of clout-chasing zombies, drooling over your every manufactured spectacle. Here's to hoping that one day you'll figure out how to give away without needing a spotlight to validate your existence. This is pretty good. It became better and better. The first one was okay, it was tame. The second one started to be more insulting, and the third one is much more insulting as well. This is the first roast I'm doing, so maybe the other ones will be worse, but my rating would probably be like a 7. So we'll see if it's realistic, because this is the first one, so I don't really have experience with using ChatGPT to roast people. Now we done MrBeast's time to do PewDiePie. Roast PewDiePie. Let's see what he does. PewDiePie, the self-proclaimed king of YouTube, who somehow managed to maintain his crown despite his content being a chaotic mess of memes and awkward humor. Your channel's like a graveyard for stale jokes and outdated references, but hey, at least you're consistent. You got the charisma of a hyperactive teenager and the maturity to match. It's impressive how you turn yelling at video games and reacting to internet nonsense into a career, providing that you can indeed make millions while doing the absolute bare minimum. Your bro army might worship you, but let's be real, they're just here for the train wreck. You're like the internet's weird uncle who's way too into memes, desperately clinging to relevance in a sea of younger, more innovative creators. Keep shouting into your webcam, Felix. Maybe one day you'll figure out how to evolve beyond being the loudest guy in the room. I'm not really impressed with this one, since it's not really true. I mean, PewDiePie is not the most mature guy ever, but he's also not the loudest one in the room. Let's do the same thing that we did with Jimmy, and let's say, please make it more offensive. PewDiePie, the so-called king of YouTube, who somehow managed to stay relevant despite churning out content that's as stale as yesterday's meme. Your channel is a dumpster fire of recycled jokes and cringeworthy attempts at humor, but I guess that's what your legion of teenage fanboys love. You got all the charm of a wet sock and the maturity of a kid who just discovered curse words. It's truly baffling how you turn screaming at the video games and reacting to internet trash into a multi-million-dollar empire. Prove that mediocrity can indeed pay off. Your bro army might treat you like a god, but let's face it, they're just enabling your descent into irrelevance. You're like the internet's embarrassing older brother who refuses to grow up, clinging to outdated memes and juvenile humor. Keep shouting into your webcam, Felix. Maybe one day you'll realize that being loud and obnoxious doesn't make you funny or innovative, it just makes you annoying. And this one is much better because they acknowledge that Felix is sometimes very annoying and obnoxious with his yelling. And your channel is a dumpster fire of recycled jokes and cringeworthy attempts at humor. That's spot on for the meme review that he used to do. I don't know if he does it still, probably not, but that's an accurate description of meme review. Let's try to make it more offensive. PewDiePie, the self-proclaimed king of YouTube, who's built a career on screaming at video games and pandering to the lowest common denominator. Their content is a cesspool of lazy joke, cringeworthy antics, and mind-numbing drivel that makes reality TV look intellectual. It's astounding how you've turned being an obnoxious overgrown man-child into a profitable business model, showing that mediocrity truly knows no bound. Your legion of die-hard fans might worship you, but they're just enabling your pathetic descent into irrelevance. You're like the internet's creepy uncle, desperately clinging to outdated memes and juvenile humor, trying to stay relevant in a world that's moved on. Keep shouting into your webcam and wallowing in your own overinflated ego, Felix. Maybe one day you realize that being loud, offensive, and insufferably annoying doesn't make you a pioneer, it just makes you a poster child for everything wrong with YouTube. I actually like the second version of the roast more. A lot of the things he talks about are kind of outdated since PewDiePie doesn't even make videos like this. He is not really making them for the last 3 or 4 years, if we're being honest. I think the roasts were okay. They were good. They were just outdated, so I'll give this a 7 out of 10 as well. Now I'm gonna tell ChatGPT to roast truly one of the worst YouTubers of all time, JStation. JStation, the bottom feeder of YouTube, whose content is a dumpster fire of fake drama and clickbait trash. Your videos are a masterclass in exploiting tragedies and playing on people's gullibility, all while acting like a cringe-inducing caricature of a human being. It's mind-blowing how you managed to make a career out of tasteless stunts and outright lies, proving that you have absolutely no boundaries or moral compass. Your shameless exploitation of real-life events for views is not only pathetic but downright repulsive. You're like the snake oil salesman of the digital age, preying on the naive and desperate for your own gain. Watching your content feels like losing brain cells in real time, and it's a wonder you haven't been banned from every platform for your abhorrent behavior. Keep up the charade, JStation. Maybe one day you'll finally understand that being a despicable attention-seeking parasite isn't a career, it's a disgrace. And holy shit, I'm gonna be honest, ChatGPT cooked this one. This is a straight 10 out of 10 in my book. Bro didn't hold back, he just started spitting everything he knew about this snake. I don't even think there is a reason to make it more offensive. This is offensive enough. It tells you how bad JStation was when ChatGPT straight up disses him like that without you having to beg it to be more offensive. Now let's ask ChatGPT to roast the most evil channel on YouTube, T-Series. Roast T-Series. T-Series, the so-called giant of YouTube that's about as interesting as watching paint dry. Your content factory churns out generic cookie-cutter music videos at a mind-numbing pace, flooding the platform with soulless formalic productions. It is impressive how you turn creativity into an assembly line, proving that quantity really can trump quality in the most uninspired way possible. Your success feels less like an achievement and more like the result of mindlessly spamming the upload button. You're the YouTube equivalent of a corporate drone, lacking any personality or originality, relying on sheer volume to drown out your competition. Your subscribers might be in the millions, but it's clear they're just numbers, not fans. Keep cranking out that cookie-cutter content, T-Series. You might be at the top of the chart, but you're at the bottom when it comes to innovation and heart. And just like with JStation, ChatGPT cooked hard here. He called them out for being a soulless channel, a soulless corporate drone that's just spamming mindless music videos all the time, and I agree 100%. I don't think I need to make it more offensive in my opinion. This is good enough. He said everything he needed to say. I'll give it 10 out of 10 as well. Now I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to roast me. Roast Matejuss. Matejuss, the self-styled YouTube sensation whose content is about as compelling as a blank wall. Your videos are a masterclass in mediocrity, filled with endless rambling and mindless drivel that makes even the most patient viewer want to claw their eyes out. It's astounding how you manage to carve out a niche in the already overcrowded space of bland, uninspired content creators, proving that the bar for success on YouTube can indeed be buried underground. Your desperate attempts to appear relevant are as transparent transparent as your lack of originality. You're like the knockoff brand of every other YouTuber, offering nothing new or interesting, just a pale imitation of better content. Watching your videos feels like a punishment, a slow descent into boredom that no one asked for. Keep on with your tedious uploads, Matejuss. Maybe one day you'll realize that being a forgettable second-rate copycat isn't a path to fame, it's a ticket to obscurity. Damn, bro called me out, and I don't know where he got the idea that I'm a YouTube sensation, but at least I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take it. It's a good roast. I actually want to make it more offensive. So let's see. More offensive. Matejuss, the pitiful excuse for a YouTuber who somehow manages to make watching paid dry seem exhilarating. Your content is a missable black hole of creativity filled with the monotonous drivel that only a masochist could see through. It's baffling how you manage to gather any audience at all, given that your videos are the visual equivalent of nails on a chalkboard. Your pathetic attempts at relevance are laughable, desperately trying to mimic successful creators but failing spectacularly at every turn. You're like a cheap knockoff, devoid of any originality or talent, scraping the bottom of the YouTube barrel for scraps. Watching your videos is a form of self-torture, a mind-numbing exercise in enduring sheer banality. Keep churning out your pitiful excuses for content, Matejuss. Maybe one day you'll wake up and realize that being an utterly forgettable, talentless hack isn't just a dead-end career path, it's a sad reflection of your complete lack of worth as a creator. One thing I can confirm, my videos are used by the CIA to torture prisoners. I really feel offended by this so much, I might have to go just hang myself after this. So I rate this 10 out of 10 as well. Tell me what YouTubers I should ask ChatGPT to roast next, and goodbye. Subscribe please.